Welcome to Becoming Saiyans.
A Dragon Ball rewatch podcast.
And we're back. Welcome back to Becoming Saiyans, a Dragon Ball rewatch podcast. On today's episode, we watched episodes 58 and 59 titled The Land of Korin and The Notorious Mercenary. The Land of Korin came out on April 15th, 1987 in Japan and October 28th, 2002. Whereas The Notorious Mercenary came out April 22nd, 1987 and October 29th, 2002. So they're really just showing every episode
April
back to back.
22nd?
28th, April 15th and then April 22nd, yes.
Yeah.
And then October 28th and 29th in America. So they literally are just going episode after episode just to get them out there in America. Basically just binging every day a new episode's coming out. So, and so... getting into some trivia on the first episode, starting with differences from the manga. Commander Red is shown playing pool with when Staff Officer Black informs him of stuff. In the manga, he is just standing there. Upa and Bora fishing are exclusive to the anime. I thought I bet you thought I was going to say Upa and Bora were exclusive to the anime, and I was not. All scenes featuring Yellow Corp before they confront Bora are all filler. Specifically, the manga version opens with Captain Yellow already seeing Bora's possession of the 4-star ball and demanding it. In the anime, it takes one of Yellowman's pointing out that Bora has the ball before he notices it. The scene where General Blue is traveling via camel, whining about the heat and vowing for revenge, all filler only. In the anime, Bora's village, along with Korin Tower, is located near the active volcano, Mount Kanai, and that's not in the manga.
Gotcha.
Jumping into trivia, it says the 5th Shunsuke Kyuchi music package for the franchise starts here. The cues were designated M3XX and recorded on February 17th, 87. At the beginning of the episode, the narrator of the English dub says that Goku was able to retrieve 4 Dragon Balls that Blue had stolen. However, there were only 3 because I think he kept one, maybe, I don't know, but they're saying there was only 3. In one shot, when Captain Yellow and his men are approaching the clearing, Yellow's nose is covered like his fur. In the scene where General Blue is forced across the desert, the dub has Blue whining about his hair being ruined. In the Japanese version, he was whining about his skin. In the Japanese version of the scene, where Blue returns to the Red Ribbon Army headquarters, after Blue punches a man into the wall, upon being threatened by him, yells at him, failing to recognize your commanding officer as low as you can go. In the English dub, while pretending the gist of it, he has him implying that he tends to be forgotten when he returns. Andrew Chandler is providing the voice of Captain Yellow in the Funimation dub, is also maybe an allusion to Chandler portraying Byakuya in Yu Yu Hakusho, which is the second biggest anime property for Funimation in the early 2000s. So, which I've heard is a great one. It's one that's a blind spot for me that I'm trying to fill. So,
Yeah, I haven't watched it either.
And then moving into the next episode, The Notorious Mercenary, differences from the manga is that when General Blue is greeted by 2 soldiers, where he tells them not to patronize them, that's all exclusive to the anime. Upa mentioning that he heard about someone making it to the top of the tower is also not in the manga. General Blue dropping the radar after learning about Commander Red planning to have him executed is exclusive to the anime. In addition, Blue attempts to protest in fear when learning about the likelihood of execution, while in the anime he just has silent terror. The fight between Blue and Tal is expanded in the anime. In the manga, he basically just knocks him out immediately, but in the anime, he allows Blue to show off his stuff while, basically taunting him before finishing him. The scene where Goku sits down for a meal, all in the anime exclusive. In the anime, before Tao arrives, Bora explains in further detail how people don't get to the top. And that's all anime exclusive. And in the manga, when Bora dies, his eyes are open. In the anime, they are closed. The reason for Blue scolding one of the soldiers for greeting him is different between the Japanese and English. In the former, it's because the soldier is relieved Blue is unhurt. In the dub, it's because he's glad to have him back, and that he was glad to you were glad to be rid of me anyway. So, Commander Red expresses exasperation that he returned to that Blue returned empty-handed. At the end of the last episode, we know that the control room had learned that he didn't have any of the balls, but did have the radar. Judging from him and Black's reaction, it looks like maybe they never heard about it until Blue came through. Although Commander Red and General Blue's interaction was more or less the same in the dub, it does not directly state that Blue was undergo his execution. He just said he was going to have serious consequences. The warrior in Bora's story is wearing armor that's similar to the people from a different place and a different time. That's all spoilers. Bora's depiction of Korin and his story bears some resemblance to Ryukin from Fist of the North. This may have been intentional, as Toei also made the Fist of the North Star's anime adaptation 4 years prior. Despite Bora claiming that all the air vehicles always run out of fuel, blah 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 blah. Spoiler. Do. Maybe it's a plot point that has been fixed. And then we got another one. There's a spoiler for a movie coming up as the last trivia, so I guess we're out of trivia stuff. Anyways, Jesse, previously on Dragon Ball. It's time to start a new arc, and what does that mean, Jesse? That means we're going to meet new characters. And so what that ends up being is we get to meet General Yellow with his crew as an active volcano goes off and shoots a Dragon Ball towards our new characters that we all love, and nothing bad will ever happen to Bora and Upa. And we get to learn all about their simple life and their simple pleasures, all before Yellow shows up and decides to start shooting at Bora, because Bora's like, I'm not giving you this ball. I don't care. You guys are kind of being mad disrespectful of our sacred territory. And so Yellow and his men all shoot at Bora. Well, all to find out that Bora is immune to bullets, apparently. And then he beats all of Yellow's men up and sends them all packing. Yellow runs away, only to be told by Red to go back and get that ball by any means necessary. So he steals Upa, and Bora is about to give the ball to Yellow when who shows up but Mr. Goku shows up to save Upa, presumably kill Yellow, and get the Dragon Ball. And while that's all happening, Red decides, okay, it's time to put all the chips on the table. Let's go hire this $5 billion mercenary. But before we pay him, let's see how he handles Blue, who has now shown up. So he ends up fighting Blue, killing Blue with a tongue punch to the side of the head, and then going to find Goku, and regrettably, to tell you guys, Bora does end up dying. And so what's going to happen next? Who knows? That's what you missed on Dragon Ball. Jesse, go for it.
Really good episodes. I am enjoying these episodes way better than the last couple episodes we've watched in the last thing. Yeah. I made a comment in the middle of the episodes where I'm like, it's great to have an episode where you don't feel like it's just dragging on for dragging on purposes.
Yeah. If the last episodes were going to a candy store where you're just getting filled up on cotton candy and there's
cotton candy or a big old bag of jelly beans.
Yeah, just something that's going to taste good, maybe a little bit good, but mostly is going to leave you wishing you had an actual meal. Yeah. These episodes are a full steak dinner. Full baked potato, extra, got the asparagus on the side.
It's like you went to Hell's Kitchen.
You got a nice steak here.
You paid $900. You got a nice Hell's Kitchen.
Yeah.
In comparison.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, are these fantastically unabated, grandiose episodes? No, but given what the last couple of weeks of us sitting here watching with each other has been,
literally just
it's a great palate cleanser.
Coming off of Penguin Village, I don't think there's much that could have done that would have tailed that worse. And we were talking a little bit off mic, and we did dog on the Blue Saga quite a bit here. And if General Blue was your favorite character and you love this arc, more power to you. But we even said if the floor on those episodes were in the basement, maybe in the sub basement of the basement, when you start a saga out with Bulma's Bad Day, it can only go up from there. But they did not go far enough up from there.
It's like you climbed a couple steps, but you're still in the smoky, smoggy dungeon.
And I know not to beat a dead horse or beat a dead Blue Saga. Rest in peace to Blue in this episode.
Yeah.
But the thing for me about it is that when your saga starts out with Bulma's Bad Day, And then you just have when we were starting it, we're like, oh man, General Blue is gonna he's got such a long saga. I wonder what they're gonna do. And the fact of the matter is, nothing is the answer.
They do
basically
a whole lot of nothing.
Basically nothing. You could have taken those big long saga, cut it down to maybe 3 episodes.
It's like the meme where it's like, give me a pizza, hey, but hold the tomato sauce, and no cheese. No cheese? Give me a pizza with nothing. It's like give me a saga, okay? And start it with Bulma's bad day. What? And then give me a crap ton of filler. Huh? Give me a saga with nothing.
Yeah.
It's just no potential.
Yeah. Because you want to know what happens at the beginning of the saga? Goku has Dragon Balls. And a Dragon Radar, and then a bunch of stuff happens, and then he has those Dragon Balls plus 1 and a Dragon Radar.
He gains. The most interesting that happens is that Blue manages to steal the Dragon Radar and also steal Dragon Balls for long enough to waste more of Goku's time.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, Goku has the Dragon Balls. He successfully retrieved the one he was after that whole saga, and now we're on to a new one. And I'm actually pretty excited about this because you know what's not a problem right now? Goku finding the Dragon Ball. He found that in the first episode he showed up in. He was able to get that from Bora and Upa immediately. There was no problems there.
Now our new problem is what's happening at the end of the next episode. Because we're still kind of talking about the first episode.
Yeah. So, well, I guess we need to cut these into the Goku side of these episodes and the red ribbon sides of these.
And then
episodes.
we'll hit
They'll intersect a few times, but
yeah, we'll hit Bora and Upas a little bit there.
Yeah.
Well, I guess if we're really wanting to start it, let's start at the Bora Upa red ribbon stuff at the beginning of this episode, which is a great setup to like who Yellow. I was like so excited. You know, you see General Yellow. He's like a tiger. You're like, oh, this is gonna be awesome. Like, it's gonna be a fun one.
Look at this. They got anthropomorphic humans working as their generals in these things.
Like they're not creaturist or like speciesist, I guess.
Yeah.
But which is surprising for the Red Ribbon Army from what we
from what we've seen, they don't really have. I mean, they have animal characters, but they're mostly foot soldiers.
Yeah, they're mostly just grunts.
Yeah. And meanwhile, this guy, General Yellow, the most Australian tiger that's ever been.
The Tasmanian tiger.
Yeah, the Tasmanian tiger. He shows up.
Rest in peace to some real ones, by the way.
Yeah.
But
yeah. He is he's honestly like a fun general. You know, I like his character. I like his airplane.
Making fun of his accent.
Yeah, his accent cracked me up, and I do a very bad Australian accent, so I'm not going to make you guys listen to that. But I had a lot of fun with that character when he showed up. Every time he talked, I was mimicking him on the couch. So
yeah, it's not exaggerating. He literally was. But it's just like we're sitting here and you're watching this start. And you're like, okay. And then you meet like the Native American characters, which for all intents and purposes, you know, knowing that this was written in the 80s, was animated in the 80s.
They're not caricatures of the characters. Like they're not caricatures of Native Americans.
They're not a full race. Like they are still like stereotypical, but in like a surprisingly respectful way, given kind of the track record of especially anime at this time.
Yeah, like not to bring up like not to compare, you know, ethnicities, but going back to Nam, and when we see Nam's village, and it's all just like, yeah, this is like Hello Tech support, but like living out in the desert, you know, that kind of thing. And the way he acts as a character, like as if he's like a Buddhist monk, and he can't, like, seeing a woman makes him die, you know. Like, meanwhile, we get these guys, and they're pretty fleshed out as like, no, they don't. Like, they have their morals, they have their set of goals, their sets of beliefs. They are, when they're animated, the way their artwork is, it doesn't look like they're just, you know, made to be like racist stereotypes characters.
Like they are
of that race.
They are like very respectfully done.
Yeah,
which is a big thing because we don't hide it. We come from.
We live around a bunch of Native Americans. We're both part Native American.
Like, we don't look at.
Yeah, we don't look at. We're definitely white passing. Yeah, like we're not trying to claim that.
Our mom's side had the Native American, and our dad's side had a whole lot of like European, and we got a lot of that European in the looks.
Yeah,
looks department.
Yeah, no, we're not definitely trying to claim that.
But growing up and around this place, and like seeing a bunch of indigenous people, like I worked for like the tribe at a casino for 2 years. Like it's just a part of everyday life around here. So like it's nice to see it be approached in such a respectful manner.
Yeah.
In a surprising time frame.
Yeah. Being in the 80s in Japan, you don't really expect like the Native American to do it right.
Then you also get down and dirty with it, and you look inward. You're like, well, like if you look at history, if you're a big history buff, and you know like the history of what the tribes have done for foreign countries and what foreign, especially Asian and like certain European countries have done for native tribes as well. There is a big connection between that, and so maybe that's part influence of it and stuff like that, and living within the same like time frame, like what we did to Native Americans early on and moving them around, kind of similar situation, but in a smaller time frame with Japanese Americans in World War II. Yeah. So there's that connection that you can have there. Yeah. So there are connections ethnically for that.
Yeah.
But it still catches you off guard how well they do it.
And the fact that they make Bora a superhero is probably my favorite part, you know, because like normally you don't get that for these when you're
for,
like
not throwaway characters.
Yeah, not to get into like Native American stuff, but like or get into like what is it like the representation.
That's stereotypical representation.
Yeah,
where it's like usually you're the bad guys.
You're either the bad guys or you're the scout character.
Yeah.
You don't get to be the heavy. And he is the heavy. Like he is built, he is the guardian character. Like,
but he's such a gentle person.
He's gentle.
He's a gentle giant, which
he gives them every chance he can to leave before he's like, okay, you want to keep shooting at me, I guess I'll have to do this,
Yeah, it's like I don't want to do this in my like brain just went blank. I don't want to do this on my like ancestral home.
Yeah, I don't want to mess up the sacred land.
The sacred land. That was the word I was like, I couldn't for the life of me find it.
Yeah, I don't want to mess up the sacred grounds, but like, if you guys aren't going to leave of your own fruition,
you want to fight, Marsh, you go get a fight.
Yeah, Upa. I don't want my son Upa to get messed up, and I don't want the grounds to get any worse messed up. So.
And like also just looking at the father-son relationship between him and Upa, is so wholesome. Like teaching him like, hey. If you're nice to the land will be nice to you. If you're this, it's exactly what you expect in a native sense. Like knowing some native traditions.
We grew up around this stuff. We may not have been super
we're not
entrenched in it. We weren't entrenched in it.
We're not gonna hyperbolate how much we were interested in. We were not raised native.
Yeah, we weren't we didn't go to the powwows. We didn't do that.
I think
stuff.
We went to one powwow as a kid.
But you grow up around it enough. You're going to have some of that osmosis, and them doing the whole respect for nature, which is big in Native American cultures. The guardian is kind of like the sky people.
Like the totem was really cool. Like the big guardian totem tower thing.
Yeah,
that was really awesome to see done well.
Yeah. In case you can't tell, we loved Bora and Upa, and Jesse was pretty shocked when the character at the end of the next episode died. Like Jesse's face, he was like,
I was like, dang.
Yeah.
I was hoping. Like he at least not that fast, Like let him have a little bit more screen time before you kill him off.
Yeah,
because I was not expecting him to win that fight, obviously.
Yeah,
but I didn't think like he would just demolish him that quickly. That it's just like, oh, that's how we end the episode. He's dead now. Skipping forward to the next episode.
Yeah, but going back, let's get into the red ribbon stuff. We kind of skipped over the whole part where Blue opens the episode. Where Blue's out in the desert, and you're like, what the heck? And
just classic Blue.
And he's just like, I can't believe I'm out here. I don't want this. Why is my hair's falling apart? I'm going to have to beat Goku for every split end that I have. And it's like, thank you, Blue. You're definitely flamboyant. Got it.
Yeah.
And then we jump to Red being an absolute pool shark.
Yeah, I read it down like, Red is good at pool. Like,
Red is not just good at pool. I would say the best at pool. I mean, he was hitting like 4 or 5 multi-balls every time. It's like, oh, time to line up, and I'm going to knock in every ball that's left on the pool table. And then we get to Australian Tiger, which is General Yellow. And so just going down order of events like that.
I think the episode starts with Blue, and then we go to Yellow because I have Yellow written down before Red is good at pool.
Oh, okay.
So we hit Yellow. We get the introduction to Yellow, where they're like, digging around the volcano and I can't find it.
I'm pretty sure that it started with Red next because Black comes in and says like, yeah, Yellow was having some problems, and he's like, well, that's what you get when you have Yellow as the general. Blah 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 blah.
Well, it was because they hadn't found the ball yet, and he was calling back in.
Yeah.
And then it goes to Red.
Okay.
And then we jump back to Yellow where they find the ball and they bring the helicopter in and grab it. Try to grab it and stuff. So like you have a very brief moment where you see Yellow, you're like, oh, we're gonna get Yellow. Yeah. And then it's just like, and then you kind of flash back to Red.
I guess if we are tier ranking the soldiers, Yellow is pretty near the bottom, pretty easily. He does not do anything good. He hardly does anything competent.
I legitimately think he dies as soon as Goku like locks eyes on him. Basically,
yeah. Literally, what happens to jump to the end of Yellow's life is Yellow sends all of his men show up and they fight Bora and Upa. And Bora's like...
Bora just beats the crap out of
Bora throws a spear through one guy, and then he explodes on his grenade. He takes all the bullets and then just kicks them around until they're all dead. Or knocked out, at least. Yellow flies off, and then they're like, you better get back there, and you better fix this now. And so he's like, okay, yes, sir, yes, sir.
Like, Yellow sneaks back to... kidnaps Upa, flying around trying to get Bora to throw him the Dragon Ball.
Yeah, Goku hears this because he's also heading there for the Dragon Ball with his radar, which the narrator wrongly said was fixed by was it Naramake?
Yeah,
it was not fixed by him. It was fixed by Franklin Richards of the Penguin Village.
Yeah,
but anyways,
like
that's
Senbai.
Yeah.
Senbai is fully fixed.
Yeah, but no, yeah. And so anyways, they fly. Goku's flying that way, sees Yellow, and is like, what's going on here? Wait a minute, you're part of the Red Ribbon Army. Jumps on the plane and punches through his chest, and that's the end of Yellow.
Yeah, the plane crashes as Yellow goes the opposite direction, and then Goku saves Upa, flies down to the ground. He's like, hey, here's your son. And he's like, oh, that's awesome. And then he sees the Dragon Ball, gets the Dragon Ball, tells them about the Dragon Ball. This is all kind of like skipping a couple different cuts. Yeah. Cuts back and forth. And then they eat like a dinner together, like I think at the beginning of the next episode.
That's in the next episode. But then going back to the Red Ribbon stuff, after Yellow fails, they're like, all right, this is it. Red's like,
we're calling in Tao.
We're calling in Tao. We didn't want to do this, but I guess we're going to have to. Which is like, if you had the button that you could call the assassin that can kill anybody with a tongue, why don't you click the button in the first place, Red?
Also, I think I'll give you the counter argument for why they didn't do that. Because this is the first character that the Red Ribbon Army has called in. This is the first named character
outside help thing
that they didn't already have on a payroll.
Yeah, because the Master Thief, I already forgot her name, was on from the Red Ribbon Saga after White. She was already on the payroll.
Completely made up character for the anime.
Yeah, she was the made up girl from the anime was already on the payroll. So
yeah, like she was already on payroll. Like this is the first character that they are bringing in that wasn't already on their payroll. And then he immediately walks in and asks for 10 billion zenny up front.
But then he goes, no, I'll let you have
half off.
It's my 30th anniversary of killing people, so I'll give you half
So
off.
only 5 billion zenny
and
up front, which is still insane.
And then they end up paying him 10 billion anyways because he has to kill Blue first before he goes to get Goku.
Well, he kills Blue first, and then like getting the Dragon Balls, it's gonna cost them extra, and then having to kill Bora and end up killing Bora, it's gonna cost them extra.
Yeah, I don't know
because he said any extra killing beyond Goku was gonna cost them more. Like, double time basically.
Yeah, so that happens.
By the end of this, if this mission is successful, you can put in air quotes because it's Goku. Goku's probably not going to die to him, but it's going to be a tough fight at least. Previewing my predictions for the next couple episodes.
Yeah.
So all in all, if this mission is successful, it's like $5 billion up front, and then probably another $5 billion when he gets Goku.
Plus the $5 billion for Blue.
Plus, extra killing is double, so Blue is $10 billion.
Well, no, because I think Blue was part of they hired him to kill Blue first, and then Goku. So that's $10 billion plus the extra kill,
plus another $10 billion. Plus, let's just go off and assume another $5 to $10 billion for getting the Dragon Balls back.
Yeah.
So this man is going to cost them like 30. And knowing that they probably have a majority of the Dragon Balls, and if Goku's out of the way, they're guaranteed to get the rest of them.
Yeah, they can just.
You can just wish out all that debt away.
Oh no, we gave him 30 billion zenny. Well, now we wish that we have 300 billion zenny with our wish, and now it doesn't mean anything.
An infinite amount of money.
Yeah,
right?
800 trillion zenny or whatever.
Cadillion, padillion,
now that 30 is just like a little X on the mark, you know?
Yeah, 30's pocket change at that point.
Yeah.
But it's like, that's an insane amount of money to pay one dude to kill 3 people and grab a couple of balls.
Yeah, I guess, that does make sense why they wouldn't want to do that. He's not on their list, and he just,
That's the argument for, like, why, like, he is literally because I think they know deep down, if he can't beat Goku, then we just don't get the Dragon Balls.
Yeah, if he can't beat Goku, we're gonna have to pull some crazy like high IQ stuff to get. Like we're gonna have to convince him to stop. We're gonna have to sit down Goku and be like, okay, Goku, what can we do to make you stop?
And the problem is, at this point, nothing, because he hates you so much. He hates you with he has such visceral hate towards you. I don't think there's a single
sees
thing.
the red ribbon. He's like, I know that logo. Wait, you're Red Ribbon. I'm
and
gonna
then just
kill
kills
you.
a guy. So like I don't think there's 80 stopping Goku from beating you at this point.
The only thing you can do
outside
is,
of Tao killing him,
or the misdirect where you don't dress in the Red Ribbon Army. You meet him on a neutral front, and you say,
I guess yes, yeah.
Oh, I am not General Commander Red.
Put on like the glasses with the mustache.
Yeah. Oh boy, you look just like Master Roshi, but like young.
Dude, you look like Jackie Chan.
You look like Jackie Chan. Speaking of which, because you guys can't see for our at home, we do have a wall of Dragon Ball characters, and I want to bring back my Jackie Chan truther thing from before, because you know what they didn't, you know what they had? A Jackie Chan Funko Pop. You know what they don't have? When transformations happen in this show, because Jesse knows about transformations, they don't get new names. It's just that character plus transformation. So if Jackie Chung is a Roshi transformation, then it would be Roshi, Jackie Chung style. But the fact that it just says Jackie Chung means that Jackie Chung is out there. He lives among us. Us Jackie Chung truthers, we believe in the Chun, the winner of the martial arts tournament.
He immediately lost all of his money because he was Roshi and had to pay for dinner.
just because he does it for the love of the game and didn't take the check does not mean Jackie Chung did it for the love of the game and gave the check to Roshi.
His good friend Roshi.
His cousin Roshi. There we go. We're back in it. Thank you very much.
Sure enough.
We also have collected every Dragon Ball character that has shown up in the show so far.
Yeah, like, it's kind of the plan. I think eventually, once we're successful enough, we would love to have like a podcast studio and like have,
or at least
video.
have like a room that we can rent.
Yeah, like have a video like version.
Yeah,
that can be posted on YouTube and stuff.
Yeah.
Where we can show off this wall of Funko Pops that we've collected. But for the time being, just do know, it is there. I'm actually sitting across from it. Truman's sitting in front of it.
Yeah, so we have, just to go real quick, I'm going to take the mic. We have Bulma, Oolong, Goku, Chi-Chi, Emperor Pilaf, Yamcha Puar, K. Rillen, and Jackie Chun. So, yeah.
And that's every named character, not named Roshi, because technically there is a Roshi Funko Pop, but you said it comes with the house.
Yeah, so the Roshi Funko Pop, the reason why is like it's like twice or 3 times as expensive as the regular Funko
Pops. And also twice or 3 times as big.
Yeah, it's like the Jumbo Funko where it's the whole house with Master Roshi on Turtle at the Kame house and all that stuff. And they, as far as I could tell, they don't have a launch one. I looked, I didn't see a launch one. So those are the two named characters that aren't like bad guys that we don't have yet. Otherwise, we have collected quite a few of them, and we plan on collecting as many as we can of the characters just to have them. So.
You said that we are getting close to finding more characters that are available.
Yes, that was me giving you a hint.
You
that there are some
characters.
There's some coming up now. So, but getting back into the episode, because that was just a crazy tangent. Sorry about that. Yeah. We're talking about visual aids that nobody else can see. But perfect stuff for podcasting.
Yeah, perfect podcast. Perfect podcast conversation.
Here, let's look at my stuff. You can all see it, right?
Behold my stuff. Oh, that's great stuff.
Yeah. Going into Tao, Mercenary Tao, because that's where I want to go next. I want to go ahead and just go to that guy.
Because we kind of talked all the way about like
we talked all around basically the whole episode. The only thing we didn't bring up was when the volcano erupted. Bora just laying over top of Upa and being like, "Nope, Like molten rock is hitting this guy in the back, and then he gets up.
Which should have
He
been
gets
your-
up and he goes, "No or he's Upa's like, Dad, are you okay?" He's like, "No damage was done," and it's like, "What? What do you mean no damage was done? You just got hit with molten rock."
It's your first inkling that like he is extremely tough.
Yeah.
And then he gets shot by the guns and doesn't get hurt, and you're like, oh, this guy is like tough.
Yeah. And I guess like at that point, that's where we can jump to episode 2, where Tao finally makes his appearance, because we basically at this point Goku sits there with Bora and Upa, and he eats. He learns about the Tao, like what the story is with the
He has
tower.
filled them in with the Dragon Balls.
Yeah, he tells them what the Dragon Balls are. Luckily off screen, so we don't have to worry about it. And not one of those off screens where they explain it later, where he's like, "Is that what really happens?" And he's like, "No, this is what happens."
No, they completely just cut up that speed.
Yeah, Bora is like, "Wow, that's some strong power," and Goku's like, "Yes, it is." And then Bora's like, "Speaking of strong power, get to the top of that tower, and you'll have unimaginable power."
Yeah, you'll double all of your like strength. Like,
Yeah.
like every attribute is double, like a video game.
Yeah, you'll get no retreat boost
times
times 2.
two.
Yeah. You're getting +2 on all of your stats. And so Goku's like, "Well, I'll climb up there," but he gets cut off by Mercenary Tao. And so with that, we will jump to the Red Ribbon Saga and jumping back onto kind of the A plot of the second episode, where it's all about the Red Ribbon, mostly in the second
Yeah,
episode.
like, it's mostly just giving you like exposition about like who Tao is, giving you an idea of Tao's character.
And so this is where we come to classic anime trope. You have the bad guy from the last saga. We had it with Pilaf.
Yeah.
Where Pilaf gets beat by Silver just to set up the tone of like, Silver's much stronger than Pilaf. The Red Ribbon Army has more resources than Emperor Pilaf does. Now, moving into this, we see that Blue, the guy who gave Goku a run for his money just a few episodes ago, is one-shotted by Mercenary Tao, saying, "This guy is stronger."
And his finishing move has literally no effect. The paralyzation finishing move does nothing to Tao. Like, that's the big one, too, that you take away from it.
Those are and so I wrote down that now we're getting in. I was like, when they said like Tao, and then they were like, Blue walks in, and he's like, "You guys are going to fight." They cut to Goku at that point. And for me, it's like, okay, so here comes the power scaling, and because that's what this is. Like, trying to, if you're meta reading it, like, it's good, it's fun to watch, and I'm not taking anything away from that, but meta reading and watching enough shows, oh no, there's a new bad guy showing up, how do we know how strong he is? Well, only if he just easily beats up then he walks into the prison and beats up the biggest guy. You can think about Avengers, and Hulk is the strongest Avenger or whatever, right? And then Thanos shows up and just beats him,
Yeah, just boxes him
It's
into
like,
a corner.
how do you show that there's somebody who is legit and powerful and strong? You show them beating up the biggest and strongest person that there is available at that moment.
Yeah.
And so for Goku to be like the hero of the story, we're not going to have Tao beat him up immediately. Because that's what the story is going to build to, is those two going at each other. We have to start with, who did Goku have the hardest problems with? Blue. So we're going to have him beat up Blue easily. And I will say, the animation on this part where Blue comes in, and you pointed it out, he knocks the one guard into the wall, and it literally shows blood. It's good.
I think it's the first time we can confirm, I remember, has seen blood in this show.
Because he hits the wall
59
and
episodes
slumps
in?
down and slides down, and it's just like a scrape of blood.
And that's 59 episodes in.
Yeah. And then we jump forward, and it's a brutal KO. Like, there's some brutal ones in this episode. Because it's silly. Like, Tao's like, I don't even have to try. Like, I'm not even going to use my arms and my legs. I'm just going to use my tongue to beat you.
Yeah.
And he does. He tongue punches him in the side of the head.
Leaves a crater.
Literally craters. Like, the animation of him getting hit with the tongue and then seeing glass explode and then cutting back, and there's just a dent in Blue's head, and he falls to the ground.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Like, he's gone.
Blue is dead. Goodbye, Blue. Silver survived. White is dead.
He's at barest minimum brain dead, which is just dead with extra steps.
Of the 4 colored generals that we have gone up against, White is dead. Blue is dead. Yellow is dead. Silver, we saw him in that episode. He's still alive out there.
Theoretically, he is still alive, but in all actuality, we're probably to assuming that he is dead too.
He was probably killed off screen by Red.
Yeah. Like, it is, you're supposed to presume, as he walks out and you hear, like, the commotion in that episode, going way back to the Silver moment.
Yeah.
He's probably dead.
But we do see Silver later on. He's standing there on that street. So maybe Silver is the lone survivor of the Rainbow Brigade.
So far, at least.
I also thought that him being a mercenary and having kill you on the back of his his martial arts robes is pretty great.
That was pretty funny.
He also does have a symbol, like he's from a house or like has a master.
Yeah,
which is maybe some foreshadowing to his backstory. Maybe not. We don't know at this point, but it's just something I thought I'd bring up to you in case you didn't have anything written down about it, or if you noticed it or not. But yeah, he has a symbol in the same spot as Goku's, but it's not the same symbol. So
yeah, it's not Roshi. Obviously.
It's not Roshi, but yeah. You brought up that there was some wise words from Bora there, where it's many wants drives men wild, I think is what he says.
Yeah, I think so.
Something along that. The paraphrase is that like you having little wants
Sorry
in
for
life.
Yawning in the middle of that sentence.
Yeah. But yeah, basically paraphrasing, he says like there are like people who if you have too many wants, you're gonna drive yourself crazy trying to get them all.
Yeah, like he compliments Goku for just like chilling in life.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't really want to use the wish on the Dragon Balls. I just kind of want them because this is my grandpa's Dragon Ball.
I don't even care about these other ones. Like literally,
I just have them so they can't use them.
Literally, we've been saying this whole time is that if they were just nice to him and asked politely, he would have just given them the Dragon Balls. Like he's like, oh, this isn't the 4-star. Go ahead, I don't need it.
But the fact that they just like keep fighting and going at it and stuff is like, well, yeah, of course Goku's gonna fight you. You're being rude.
First of all, you're being mean. Like, not to be, like, childish with it. But you're
being
mean.
But that's Goku's thought process. Like, you're being mean. You stole from me. You've killed people.
You've been hurting all of my friends that I've been making. We keep going to the same place, and you keep hurting all my friends. I don't like this. I don't like bullies, and I'm going to beat you up. And now I'm at the point where I'm going to start killing people because I'm so done with you guys.
Yeah, straight up. Like, it's insane. It's like that, like, all in all, it all stems from Silver just blowing up Nimbus with a bazooka.
Yeah, if Silver doesn't blow up Nimbus and just, like, flags down Goku and says, "Hi, young child, can I please have the Dragon Ball?" He'd be like, "Yeah, this is the 6-star, I don't care, here." And then they would have it. That's all it would have taken. Goku doesn't care.
But if they did that, then they wouldn't be the bad guys.
Yeah,
we wouldn't have a show.
It's
just like
I understand.
It's funny to think of it in that terms. Yeah. It's like it would have been so easy to just be like he's a naive child, but you just naive child him.
Yeah, I love like seeing like Bora and Upa and Goku just kind of sitting around the fire. Bora's carving a wood sculpture. You could see this as like padding for time, and it is like I'm not taking that away. But
it's a good world building padding.
Yeah, it's just showing like these
character building.
Yeah, more character building because Upa is trying to impress his father by sharpening the spear the right way.
Yeah,
and Bora's just like enjoying a simple life. I want to carve a wood statue and we're going to cook this fish and all that kind of stuff, So it's just kind of like it's kind of just the simple life. They're living the simple life. They don't need much more, and they definitely don't want any more. They're there to protect the land or to protect the tower. As long as nobody comes around, our lives are pretty simple. We just create spears, we hunt fish, we
just kind of live day to day.
Yeah,
I'm training my son to follow in my footsteps.
Yeah, and going back 50 plus episodes ago, it's what Goku does on his day to day life. He runs around, he cuts down wood so he can start a fire. He catches a fish, and he's gonna go sit at his house and eat his fish.
It's a great parallel of what Goku's life could be if
been
Gohan hadn't died to that weird monkey creature that Goku still doesn't technically know that it was him that killed Gohan.
And, and what would have happened if Bulma doesn't show up that one fateful day? Yeah. Like, Goku would just be doing this. Like, if
Goku would have never been in the martial arts tournament. Goku would have never met the Red Revan, Army. It kind of all stemmed from just because Goku had a Dragon Ball, everything starts happening. Yeah. Which is exactly how a plot works.
And Goku only has the Dragon Ball because he kills Gohan.
Yeah.
So... Yeah.
It's like it's we're just kind of dissecting how a plot works at this point. We're being
but it's fun to see the parallels and Goku sitting there, and he's obviously not wise enough to be able to
connect those dots.
But you can also see him sitting there, kind of like yearning for that when he sits there with them.
Yeah.
Just like yearning for the simple life, But he knows,
like kind of reminiscing on living in the valley.
Yeah, he kind of almost has the Spider-Man inside of him, the responsibility inside of him, where he's like, there are people stronger than me, and maybe it's something that comes from his alien that we know of heritage, where there's something inside of me that now that I know there are people out there and they are stronger than me, I have to be strong enough to beat them.
Which then encourages him to start trying to climb the totem.
Yeah, but before that can happen, Tal pulls out the crazy what do you call it? The meme? Is that what it is?
It's it's like as it started to happen, I'm like, oh, this is what it is, because I've seen this clip so many times.
Did you know it was from Dragon Ball before?
I feel like it might have been mentioned in one of the places where it's been posted, but not off the dome.
So Jesse has seen the reaction GIF, you want to call
it. Whatever, like the clip of Tal just breaking the pillar and launching it.
Oh yeah, it's about 5,000 miles that way. I'll be back in 30 minutes. Yeet!
and then just jumping onto it.
Yeah, and then aura farming so hard. All he had to do was cover his nose and swipe. Yeah, he was on it. He was just standing on that pillar, just flying through the sky. And then we learned that not only is there power scaling in this episode, but also there is a scale that you can scale. There's a tower you can scale up to gain power. So we get power scaling and scaling for power, because going up the Korin Tower will gain you the power. And I just made all that rhyme. Thank you very much.
I hate you. I love you, but I hate you.
But that's what Korin Tower is. Legends state that if you get to the top of the tower and you drink the water, you will become really powerful.
You'll become more powerful than any being of all time, unless you're like a complete weakling. But to climb that tower, you kind of have to be like one of the strongest people on the planet. So.
Yeah. And then when Tal lands and says, "Pleased to kill you," is probably the most baller thing anybody in the show has said so far. Hi, yes, I'm General Tal. Pleased to kill you.
Tal is like the first villain, one of the first villains since Pilaf that I've looked at. I'm like, I love you, and I shouldn't.
Yeah,
and
it's for different reasons. Where Pilaf is fun and funny and not a threat at all.
Pilaf, Shu, and Mei, they're hilarious. They're fun to watch their hijinks. Tal is just like, you are ruthless. You're like a ruthlessly entertaining villain.
Yeah, it's almost like a more scary version of Joker. It's like Joker's quips and Deathstroke's body.
Yeah.
Whereas Deathstroke shows up and he's like, "I'm gonna kill you guys," and it's like, "Oh no, Deathstroke is here. He could kill us." But it's like, instead of doing that, it's like he sat down and he's like, "What should I say? What should I say? Pleased to kill you." And it's like, yeah, that works. I'm officially intimidated. But I'm also saying, dang, that's a good line. I need to steal this next time. I have to go and kill somebody.
If I survive this.
Yeah.
If I don't get killed, I gotta do it.
He's also the first villain we have that's truly, it seems unfeeling, almost robotic. And that's not me trying to foreshadow anything. It's just that's his dimensions are. He doesn't seem like he's getting angry. He seems so self-assured that he doesn't get angry.
He's so calm.
Yeah.
And those are probably some of the worst villains to look at, because it's I guess I shouldn't say the worst, but those are the most threatening ones, where it's the same thing as in Halloween when Michael Myers is always just walking.
Yeah, and
it's he's walking because he knows he's gonna catch you.
He's gonna get you, and it doesn't hurt that he has.
It doesn't matter
reality warping powers where he can show up.
But it's that thought process. It's when you are running away and you're in a chase scene, and the person that is chasing you is walking, you should be 20 million times scared.
You should start running faster.
20 million times more scared, because that means they know they are going to get you.
Yeah. They still have a sight line on you. They're not worried.
It's literally the fact of they know they can walk because they don't need to run after you. Mm-hmm. They're going to catch you, and that's the type of personality Tal has. There's I know I'm going to get you, so
Yeah.
I don't have to worry about anything.
Yeah, and at this point he has not seen Goku do anything yet, so maybe when this fight between those two happens, he starts to get a little unnerved because it's not as easy as he's expecting it to be.
Yeah.
Because obviously it's not going to be as easy as he's expecting it to be. It's Goku. Like we can both be honest with ourselves here. Goku's not going to lose immediately like Bora did. Like you're not going to just kill Goku that way.
Like it's going to be if you're going to win this fight, it's going to be a struggle.
But to be determined if that's going to shake him. You know? And then,
because for reference, this episode cuts off as
Right.
Goku is running up to like start swinging on him.
yeah,
It's like, what will happen next time in Dragon Ball Z?
yeah, and so
Well,
then
he's actually sad.
Yeah.
The narrator is depressed.
yeah, the narrator is depressed because what happens right before he starts talking is Bora
gets murdered.
says, "You saved my son. I have a ancestral duty to protect this land. I will take on Tao." Which then brings up my trope, which is a trope that we run into all the time in this show, and we'll get to it more as the show keeps going.
Just in this universe.
In Dragon Ball in general, what always happens, and right now it's easy because it's Goku and we're following Goku, so it's one person versus one person. But as the list of characters get bigger,
as the list of Goku powered characters gets bigger,
it's always ends up being, you guys stand back. I got this. Oh no, I'm getting my butt kicked. Okay, your turn. You got this. You know,
instead of just teaming up, 7-on-1. and
why
just
not
beat the
all of
crap
you
out of
run
them.
at him and just beat the crap out of him?
Now I do know, like especially in like Z, I do know like there are times where you have multiple characters going at it, but it's like for plot reasons. It's like it's usually like a movie or like a big overarching
Or-
end of a plot where it's like, okay,
or even more likely,
we've got these two characters that are having to fight together.
Or more than likely, it's actually more that like everyone else has already went one-on-one. Maybe we should finally start teaming up. Is what it ends up normally being like.
Like those types. It's like it takes a while to get there, but it does happen sometimes.
Yeah, but it happens here where instead of Bora and Goku just teaming up to punch Tao in the face, like they let Bora go first, and Bora gets completely ran through by the spear. It's insane.
He is dead,
and he's fully dead. He hits that ground and does not move. This is like the first, I would say the first major brutal kill that you see, because you see him like get stabbed. You see him, and and then he hits the ground, and then it cuts to that like blue, gray, white color over top of it, where it's he's dead.
Yeah, and like Upa runs up crying and everything. Yeah. It's just like it is bad.
Yeah, it is one of the. It's probably, like I said, probably the most brutal kill that we've like lingered on.
It's also just like the most poignant kill, I think, that we've had to sit through, because there have been moments where you thought someone was dead,
but it's like no.
Android or Goku for a time, even though you knew he wasn't.
Yeah.
But
like we thought, we still don't know if Murasaki's dead.
Yeah,
like we're pretty sure because he was.
But I'm
stuck
talking
in
about like it's the first real hardcore Goku friend is dead.
Yeah. This is the first like.
So
hero, quote unquote hero character, which I'm just gonna say Bora's a hero, but like the first hero character that's been fully killed, like that I don't see a way of him coming back.
And what makes this really interesting is this is the first time we're going to see Goku like truly fighting with emotion.
Yeah,
because usually when he's fighting with emotion, he's like having fun or whatever,
or he is angry, but it's more that like he's angry he can't figure out the challenge, not angry that you hurt somebody he cares about.
Like angry, sad, grieving immediately.
Yeah,
and now he's got to go fight this dude that just did that.
Yeah,
it's like okay, it's time to see what happens.
And what will he do in that situation? How
does he hold himself?
Yeah, and that's going to be fun to get into
in the next episode.
In the next 2 episodes. But before we get there, we got to get through our prediction time from last week.
Prediction time.
So, overarching plot of the arc, you said we will wrap up the Red Ribbon stuff, to be determined. We will have a wish, to be determined. We'll finally see the power of Red, also to be determined. Krillin and Bulma will come back. So far, no, but to be determined.
Yeah, we're only 2 episodes in.
Yeah.
2 episodes in on how many episodes?
I would have to check. I don't remember off the top of my head. I think it's a shorter one. I think it's like a 6 or an 8 episode arc.
Okay.
So we're pretty quick into it, but Goku is traveling back. It doesn't seem like he's going back to Bulma and Krillin at this point. It seems like he's going to the next Dragon Ball.
Yeah.
So do you want to count that, even though it doesn't seem like that's what's going on, or would you say no to that one?
To traveling back?
Him traveling back, because he doesn't seem like he's traveling.
Yeah, he's not traveling back to them.
So that's going to be out on that one. Korin is the first stop. That was kind of tied in with the other one, so I think... I mean,
by technicality, it is the first stop, but it's not.
But
not in the way that I meant it.
Yeah, and the way you meant it was that Goku's going to be traveling back to Bulma and Krillin, but get sidetracked in the land of Korin.
Yeah.
That doesn't really happen. And Goku has a mini boss in the land of Korin. I would say this counts as at least some sort of boss.
Yeah.
I wouldn't really call him a mini boss because he's way stronger than a mini boss, but I'll give you the point there because that's splitting hairs. Is he a mini boss or is he a maximum boss? Who knows? So with that, Jesse, I'd say you went 1 for 3 on your predictions. Which, I mean, you did get one. It was kind of self-explanatory on that one. But
my plan is always to, like, at minimum,
put one layup.
I'm trying not to get 0 at any point in
Yeah.
time. Like, the only way I will allow myself to get 0 is if it's literally just like it goes a completely opposite way to like what the titles feel like it's going. Was this one I think I took a few more risks onto the Bulma one, like going back to get them.
Yeah. So it looks like, you did take some more risks on there, and they did not pay off this time. This arc is a 10-episode arc.
Gotcha.
So the next 2 episodes are named Teo Attacks and Korin Tower. What do you think that'll happen?
Well, I think Goku and Teo, are Tao. They end up fighting for basically the entire first episode.
They fight for the first episode.
And I'm going to take a risk, and I'm going to say Goku wins at the very end.
Wins.
Or it leaves off on a cliffhanger of him maybe winning, and then he wins going into the beginning of the next episode. But I'm gonna put my money on he wins fully the first episode.
Okay. All right, and then what do you think happens in Korin Tower?
I think Goku starts climbing Korin Tower.
Okay. Starts climbing Korin Tower.
And I'm gonna go on a limb, and it's probably gonna leave off on a cliffhanger of him getting close to the top.
Okay. It leaves him close to the top. Okay.
Those will probably be my main guesses. Off of what I can gather.
Off of what you can gather from the 2 episodes and kind of just making up what would kind of fill in the gaps and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I enjoy those. Final thoughts for the episode for me is these episodes, compared to the Blue Saga, are a breath of fresh air.
Dude, breath.
God, it felt so good. It felt so good to sit down and be like, oh man, it's so nice to watch.
We're back to peak.
It's nice to watch Dragon Ball again. There for those last 8 episodes of the Blue Saga and the first 2 episodes. So out of the 13 episodes, there's about 2 in there. I was like, these are fine. But the rest of them, it's like, we have to sit down and watch Dragon Ball this week.
Yeah.
And it really, I think part of it that made it worse for us was that we had so many double episodes during that saga because we were having to bulk for the holidays.
Yeah, we're bulking for the holidays. I think we both, you certainly were feeling kind of crappy for one of the double episode days.
Yeah. And so having to get through all of those, it just really did. It made it worse.
Also dealing with life stuff for both of us during that time where it's like, okay. Which also helped us have to bulk the episode.
Yeah.
It's we both had to do a whole lot of stuff during the holidays.
Yeah.
And
from the period from Thanksgiving to New Year's, we had a lot of stuff coming up. Not all bad. There was good things, but it just added extra to making this podcast happen.
Some bad, some good.
Yeah, but then adding all that together and then having the Blue Saga of all things.
And then also unluckily having basically every major holiday end up on a Thursday.
Yeah, every major holiday this past year.
Because obviously Thanksgiving's always going to be a holiday, so we're always going to have a Thanksgiving episode.
But I'm pretty sure Halloween landed on a Friday, so we had a double episode that year.
Yeah, because you had the
Yeah, we did the Halloween movie for Halloween.
Special.
Yeah,
and then Christmas was on a Thursday.
And then New Year's
Day was on Thursday.
Yeah, so just every Thursday, just we had something coming up that we had to do, and we're also having to do this.
We did get a chance to record on Thanksgiving, not Thanksgiving, on New Year's Day.
Yeah, because neither one of us had anything really we were doing. So
yeah, it's like.
Jesse's off on Thursdays, and my work was closed on Thursdays. So,
or on New Year's.
Yeah,
Day.
for New Year's Day, it was closed.
So we kind of knocked that one out a little quickly.
Yeah, we had to do the ones that we recorded the week of Christmas. We did it the day after. I think that was. Didn't we do that, or did we bulk? We might have bulked.
We bulked before Christmas, and then we came back. We had to bulk again for something else.
Yeah, but yeah, we've we're caught up, and now we're trudging forward. But now it feels good. Like it's not only did we leave the holidays in the past, which made this really stressful for us, but we're also into good episodes again. And that brings us to the worst part, Jesse. Do you have a worst part? What would be your worst part?
I mean, I guess just like as a cop out, I'm gonna turn it into the saddest part today.
Okay.
Watching Bora die, that was sad because honestly, for all intents and purposes, even like the stuff that you said, like, well, this is anime exclusive, it's good anime exclusive. Again, I don't want to beat a dead horse, but like, is it technically filler for maybe 3-4 minutes of these episodes? Yeah, but like, it's still advancing.
It doesn't feel like it.
It's added. What was added doesn't feel like filler. It literally feels just like, oh, we're just filling a few plot hooks. Where it's like, okay, we're giving you a little bit more information.
Yeah, we're letting you know a little bit more about the lives that Bora and Upa lead. Yeah. We're giving you a little bit more background to what Red is normally doing in his day-to-day operations.
How Bora picks up the Dragon Ball as the world gets blasted out of the volcano.
Yeah, it's like, well, that's how it gets here, and so we're going to see Yellow being incompetent and being the worst general, which also comes up when Red's like, yeah, sending Yellow after one of these things was stupid on our fault. Like,
I don't know why we did this.
Why did we send Yellow? He's not good. All of that together is just like these episodes are good, and so I'm going to copy you because I can't think of the worst part. Like I don't think anything in this episode is egregiously bad. So
like, there's nothing that sticks out as bad. It's just there's something that sticks out as very, very sad. Like it's the first real sad moment we've had in this show.
And that sad moment is really sad. Seeing like Bora get struck down.
Seeing this immediately lovable character just die in 30 seconds.
Basically a superhero.
Yeah.
Like his ability to be like unable to be shot by bullets, you know? Like he's like, you're shooting bullets at me and I don't care. Like your guns are stupid and technology is dumb. I don't care.
Yeah.
I see your technology and I say nuh-uh. And so now I'm immune to technology. It's pretty fun. And to see him get killed in such like a laissez-faire way too, you know, where Tal is basically saying, "Ugh, I'm gonna have to ask them for more money now because there's another character here. Let me get this over real quick and move on to my main thing." It's not even a fight. He literally just jumps over to his spear, holds it with a whole hand, saying, "Oh, you want to move it? Let me help." And then he goes to like holding it with just 2 fingers. He's like, "Oh, you still can't move it? Here, let me move it." And throws him up in the air. He's like, "Oh, here's your spear back, by the way,y," and throws it through his chest.
And then he's just dead. Yeah. It's like, what? He just gets deleted.
Yeah. And that really does suck. It's great storytelling, and Tao is a great and seemingly formidable character. So seeing all that is great. But it's also extremely sad.
Yeah.
But moving on from that, Jesse, what was your best part?
Well, gonna hit it again. Watching Bora just absolutely delete Yellow's battalion.
Yeah. If you're taking the Bora fight with the Yellow's crew, I'm taking the beginning part with the fish, where they're fishing. And they get the tiny fish. Okay, so we kind of skipped over this on ours, so I'll go ahead and go through it here. Bora and Upa are out fishing, and
this is our introduction.
That's your introduction. And Upa says, like, well, when I get bigger, I'm going to catch all the fish in this river. And Bora's like, dude, don't catch more than you need. And the nature will respect that and will make sure you're never hungry, basically.
Yeah, like it'll reward you.
And so they get a fish that's a pretty good-sized fish, probably enough to feed both of them. And then a giant fish. It almost looks like the giant fish Goku caught at the beginning of the first episode. To go back to that parallel. Jumps up, eats it. and is going to eat Upa, and Bora knocks it into a wall and kills it, and that's
Bora knocks it up into the air,
and
then when it comes down, he like roundhouses it into a wall and it like dies.
And so then they have a bigger fish to eat now.
Yeah, there's always a bigger fish.
And so that whole little bit there, introducing us to these characters in their quiet life and the parallels to the first episode, which I've pointed out a lot, and I'm going to keep pointing out.
It definitely does feel like a rehash, especially as like this is the first episode of this saga. It does feel like a rehash of that.
And then sometimes that could be bad. It could be hokey. I really enjoyed it here.
It was good. It was a really respectful way to do it.
Yeah. And so seeing that's my best part. And so I guess with that, thank you guys all for listening. This has been Becoming Saiyans, a Dragon Ball Rewatch podcast. If you want to reach out to us, you can send us an email at becomingsaiyans@gmail.com. You can also reach out to us on Twitter, on Instagram, on YouTube, and on TikTok at Becoming Saiyans Pod. You can follow us or subscribe to us on those platforms. I've been back on posting. I just posted the first short last week for the episode that came out, or not last week, probably 2 weeks ago for the one that came out 3 weeks ago or whatever.
Yeah.
Now that we're kind of in the future a bit. But I've been trying to keep up being more constant with that now that we're out of the holidays and life has gotten slightly less stressful for us. And so, yeah, if you want to reach out to us there, that'd be great. Share us around. Help us make this big and get the dream of seeing all our Funko Pops. So, until next week, Jesse, I've been Truman.
And I've been Jesse.
And the journey continues.
Bye.